Good morning, or afternoon, or evening.
Good morning, everybody. Glad that y'all are here today. Welcome to the Radke Show. It is Tuesday. As you're hopping on today and you're joining us, let's get you a little bit involved. You ever hear the sexual deviant that would call people's houses and be like, "What are you wearing?" Well, that's me today. That's me today. What are you wearing? That's what I want to know. I really want to know. You just wearing jeans? You wearing some of your athleisure wear? Are you all dressed up for work? Are you wearing your scrubs? What are you wearing right now? Tell me right now in the comments. Tell us what you're wearing. Heather Kennedy says a cute headband. She's probably talking about mine. Otherwise, that's all she has on is a cute headband. And that's weird. But you know what? To each his own. I saw a thing recently where truck drivers were asked, what is the most shocking thing you've ever seen in a car? Because, you know, they're all high up and we're low. And one of them said, you would not believe the number of people who don't wear pants. Literally,
really?
You would not believe the number of people who do not wear pants. We've got bathrobe sipping my coffee, a robe, jeans, and a black t-shirt, denim head to toe. You know what? Is that good? I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if she's in a compound, I think it's great.
Blue and green plaid shirt with jeans and Vans. I'm actually dressed today. I had to come into the office. Marion pants with a cute shirt. What are Marion pants? That makes me think it's something like from Peter Pan.
What's Marion?
Like what English people put little boys in. Where it gathers right below the knee.
What is Marion Antoinette? What is that?
That's Marie Antoinette.
Oh, never mind.
But what are Marion pants? Sweatpants and a sweatshirt, shirts, t-shirt, hoodie, and no bra. PJs, Phyllis Cooper's in her birthday suit. Oh, okay. Still in PJs, black sweats and a camo t-shirt. Wow. Okay. Anyway.
Well, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is this a coincidence, or did you have a reason that you wore this?
No, I did. I put it on because it's cozy and I'm cold in this house, but I am going to tell you it's a little big. Look at the neck, how big. Okay, you know what, David?
Just swallows me.
No, I don't mean that it just swallows me, but it has gotten big. Okay, it has gotten big in the neckline. So you know what?
Great. Well, I didn't know because I intentionally picked out something black today because I'm
in mourning.
I'm in somewhat of a depressive mourning mood.
I'm not in mourning as much as I'm just freaking furious.
Yeah. So I know we have several Rangers fans, so I have to say, you know, congratulations to you guys. Your guys are doing great. Our guys aren't so much. It's not over. If anybody can do it, it'll be the Astros. And sometimes I think they just like to do that. But I don't like being down 0-2.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I don't know if they don't care. I don't know what the deal is. They care, right? They have to care.
They do care. Well, Framber was just off yesterday and
Boy,
put a
was
lot
he.
of runs up. I mean, normally he's an amazing pitcher. And then everybody's like, hey, let's see if Jordan can single-handedly win the series and none of us else bat. How about that?
Yeah.
Because he's cracking them.
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. The Rangers won in the first inning. They did. They just won in the first inning, and that's due to our pitching. So
anyway, so that's why I brought out the black. Today
maybe
a day of mourning and grieving, but tomorrow's a new day.
Maybe subconsciously that's why I did as well. I don't know, but I know this. I got to get some sun on my face before I wear black again. Good grief. Y'all, I have to tell y'all something. I was just in there reading the news before we came on, and you know, because I didn't really watch the news this morning. I went back to bed after we got home from the gym, and so I was like, "Is anything going on in the world?" Apparently, lots. But okay, I need to tell you guys, I am not a Swiftie. I love her music, and she seems like a great gal, but I'm not a Swiftie by any means. And I don't know who, you know, I don't know him from his brother. But I am completely, is anybody else like me? I am completely invested in this relationship. I feel like it has happened on my watch. Okay? I am completely invested in it and I am all for it. Does anybody else feel that way? Would anybody in the comments be like, I don't know why, but I am here for this relationship?
My question is, I still don't know, with as much football as on in this house, and one of our closest friends is from Kansas City, or from Kansas, how you keep saying you don't know who Travis Kelce was before this.
I honestly knew who Patrick Mahomes was. I don't.
And then you say you don't know him between his brother. His brother's also a great football player, but he's a center. He's a big dude with a big beard. You can't really mistake him.
Okay.
And then you say I'm not a Swiftie. Then why are you wrapped up in that?
I don't know. I am wrapped up in it. I am. Hey, look. This girl has always wanted a Cinderella story. She is living her life in front of cameras. And every guy she has ever dated has been like the size of a straw. And here's this big guy. Well, the reason I bring this up is because I just read this from two different places. They've been going out in New York City the last couple of nights. Maybe you've seen their pictures online. And he always holds her hand like this, like you're her. He always holds her hand like this with his hand on top, which according to people that read your body language, that means he is the alpha male and he is protecting. Well, the other night, he gets out of the car, goes around the car, not runs, he doesn't run anywhere, but he walks around the car, cool, casual, and opens up her door, helps her out. Well, when he helps her out of the car, her security goes in front of her. He pats the security on the shoulder. The security guy turns around and he goes, don't worry, man, I got this. She is dating an NFL player who is like, don't worry, man, I got this. And he protects her going, look, look, any woman would find that romantic. Right. That is romantic right there. Telling the security, like all the other guys that she's dated, they've hunched behind security. Like, oh, I'm so scared. What if someone throws hot tea on me? But
that
this
was a
one,
dig to her Englishman.
But this one is like, don't worry, man, I got it. That's sweet. That's romantic to me. Shannon Browning, can you at least agree with me? Can you at least agree with me that is romantic? You and I are the only ones who are caring about this.
I really hope that it's all true and accurate. I feel like it is. I do too. The reason is she doesn't need any more publicity or awareness. In fact, after the tour and then the movie, she'd probably like a little break. He is a great football player. They've got another great shot. I don't see him doing it this time of year, maybe in the off season. Mm-hmm. So I got to think it's real. I think it's real. I did see just a little bit, Erin Andrews, she's the sideline reporter for Fox. Mm-hmm. She was on the Today Show this morning. And she is giddy about it. She loves him. Y'all could talk. Yeah, because she's worked with him before and all that.
She says he's an awesome, awesome, awesome guy, deserves the best.
And so yeah, she thinks it's real. She said, just look at his face. I can't remember exactly what she said, but she said it looks like he has had like a glow up because he looks so happy and so, and so. Anyway.
And she's met all of these guys. She's worked around them for years. And when she says, look, he's a people person, guys love him. He's a man's man. He's just a really great guy. We want the best for him.
I will say this also. So she said that, her and the other lady, the Amazon Carissa something. No. Anyway, two of these sideline reporters, they have a podcast and they talk every week. Well, after Travis went to the game, wore the bracelet, they were on there, and Erin said, Taylor, I feel like I know you. I don't, but I feel like I know you. Give him a chance. He's so nice, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. So when she did, Erin Andrews has this NFL line for women. Mm-hmm. She sent her a Kansas City windbreaker, and that's the windbreaker she wore at that first Kansas City game.
Yes, I read all this. I know all this.
And they sold out. So is she on it too?
No, I'm telling you, and here's what's funny. Because Lacey just said a minute ago, it's like Melissa, it's like a Disney princess story. I'm sitting here trying to sum up this moment of conversation with one of her songs, and I can't. I want to say, it's a love story, but I don't know the words, so I'm just going to wrap it up like this. It's a love story, baby, Tim McGraw's. It's a love story, so baby, say yes to Tim McGraw. I don't know the song, but I think all of those things are in that song. It's a love story.
Okay. Hey, don't give the little bots any more chance to flag this episode.
Okay. So Tim McGraw on the bleachers. Say yes.
Got a barbecue stain on his jersey.
Yes. Do it before you die.
Speaking of things online that are blowing up, I'm curious about a video you posted. It was your mother's house. Now, for those of you that don't know,
I was not at my mother's house.
Oh, I thought you were at your mother's house.
No, we were at Chili's.
Oh, it was just with your mother. Oh, that's right. I was sitting there. I forgot that. So here's a little backstory if you don't know. My mother, the wonderful, the amazing Faith G. She watches every day. We're off, and she's making comments, and it's great. She loves it. Melissa's mom, she's not sure what we do, where we do it. I don't think she's ever seen it, except once or twice we have brought her on. So the chances of her seeing this video, maybe not real good.
Slim to none.
But as the video grows.
As my mother would say, slim to none and Slim's out of town. The chances are slim to none and Slim's out of town.
So anyway, but if the video gets a little bit of traction, then she'll have friends start going, Annette, I can't believe that you weren't mad at her for posting that. And then she'll find out about it. So what you're saying is, let's hope it doesn't gain any traction. No, what I'm saying, so everyone immediately go look at this, follow it, like it, share it, and let's help it blow up so Melissa gets in trouble.
That's right. So I think if you haven't seen it, it's like a minute and a half long. We're sitting at dinner a couple of weeks ago, and my mother tells a story of going into Big Lots and her pants falling down around her ankles. I think, though, that there's a deeper question that needs to be asked after watching the video. You know, she's likable. People are like, oh, your mother's so funny. There's a deeper question here. And I'm wondering if anybody saw the question. Did anybody have a question? A lot of you are saying, oh, it's hilarious. I saw it. It's so funny. Did any of you have a question, though, after watching it? A deeper question that maybe had nothing to do with her pants, that maybe you wanted to ask about? Annette is the living version of this card game we have where you put together Southern sayings with 3 different cards. She's the living version of a lot of games. She really is. But I'm going to tell you the issue. Why was my mother looking for a mattress at Big Lots?
I would agree, with the exception, I don't know if that, I'm sorry, I see a little bit of a flicker again. I worked on it for a while. I thought it was gone.
You can't possibly say it's because I hit my hand on the table.
Well, I think it just started again. So I'm just trying to eliminate all the things. But I would say the same thing. Big Lots is a strange place to buy a mattress.
What in the world?
But Brandon and Kylie swear the best mattress in your mom and dad's home is in a guest bedroom.
Yes. And
they bought that one at Big Lots. So who knew?
So they were hoping to go back and get lucky again for the second time. She swears that she bought an incredible mattress at Big Lots. Melissa, you wouldn't think that, honey, but you've laid on it. It's the one upstairs, and everybody in the family loves it. And we got it at Big Lots. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to go to these big stores and pay thousands of dollars when I could just get it at Big Lots.
Chris Young is verifying that they sell good ones.
That is crazy to me.
Who knew?
The second question that people are asking, though, is, but wait, why was she wearing pants that were so big? I don't know. I don't know. How do you leave the house and your pants are up around your waist and you get to Big Lots and they're down around your ankles? I don't know, everybody.
Oh, did she make a stop in the restroom? Maybe.
Here's what she said. Here's what she said when the camera was off. Because when the camera turned off, Kylie goes, no, seriously, Noni, how does that happen? And she says, you know, y'all, I think from my navel down, I'm kind of numb. I think that's what has happened. Is from my belly button down, I'm kind of numb down there. Melba, do you know what I'm talking about? And her sister Melba says, no. I have no idea why you would be numb from the navel down. And she said, none of y'all deal with that? Everybody was like, no. And she said, I think it must be when I had kidney cancer and they went in and took that kidney. I think I've been numb ever since from the belly button down. And so if my pants start to slip, I can't feel it. I don't feel it is what it is, Melissa. I don't feel it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't have any answers for you. All the questions coming in are what? I
will say in sweet Nettie's defense,
she hates it when David calls her Nettie. She hates it.
She did have kidney cancer and she did have a kidney removed, and they could have cut a nerve, but that is on the back, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe it.
Thank you for the person Lacey who said that sounds like something she should address with a doctor. Agreed. 100% agreed.
Not a 17-year-old Big Lots worker.
Yeah, exactly. If you hear her, by the way, she says he followed us around the store the rest of the time. That's because what you don't hear is
like this.
What you don't hear is Melba saying, did the manager see? And then you hear my mom saying, you don't hear that part. My mom saying, he followed us around the store for the rest of the time. Speaking of doctor's visits, I have got a story that I have not yet even told David. I'm going to tell you right now, and they're going to be very glad about it. So I think a lot of doctors are going to this now, but our doctor's office has an app, like a portal, and they can write you. So if I say, hey, I'm out of my prescription, I need a refill, they'll get it right there on that portal, and they're really, really quick to answer back. Here's a thing. So I get a message from them the other day that says, Melissa, they will not release your mammogram results because your patient share, whatever that you signed it several years ago, and it just needs to be updated. Apparently you didn't fill a new one out the other day. And so we just need to verify that we're your doctor and that they can share information with us. It's very standard. But your mammogram results, we can't get them unless you sign. Can you do that? I read it. I didn't write them back. And I honestly completely forgot about it. I forgot about it and I never filled out the form. A week goes by and they write me back and this is what they say. Melissa, we got your mammogram results. Everything is great. We don't have to have one for another year.
How'd they get it?
I have two questions. Number one, how did they get it? I never filled out that form. Does that concern you?
Well, the only reason why it concerns me is, and I feel very comfortable saying this, I'm not going to name a name. I feel very comfortable saying this because that location is the same location that we had to take Remy in for some imaging. Mm-hmm. And before our butts hit the seat, Melissa's cousin texted going, what's wrong with Remy? Why are you... And so, you know, I don't know if it was that individual. But, a small town.
They broke their HIPAA is what he's saying.
Maybe.
Somebody saw us walk in and texted my cousin who is a nurse and said, Remy's in the doctor's office. And somebody broke their HIPAA. But that's not in our doctor's office. That was a complete difference.
No, but that's not our doctor's office. But wasn't that where you did the imaging for the mammogram?
No, those are two different places you're talking about.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay. So my first question would be, how did they get it? I had never filled out the paperwork. But the second question, and for me, a bigger question that I feel like should be answered way before the paperwork is, how did my mammogram results turn out great? How'd they get those results? Because I missed the appointment and have not had one.
I was sitting here thinking, I didn't remember you getting one, because this is the month you get it generally. Right?
I missed the appointment and have not had a mammogram in over a year.
So what you're saying is you've got a boob impersonator. You've got someone out there running around saying, this is Laverne and Shirley, when that is not.
And that's not even sort of true. So maybe I did. Maybe I'm just numb from the neck down. Maybe I'm numb from the neck down and I never saw it. Maybe I got a mammogram and I don't remember it because I was numb from the neck down.
I will say occasionally when you're asleep, I will take pictures of you. And I might have accidentally uploaded one of those to the little medical
and they just looked at them?
And they went, yep, those look good.
So y'all, is that not weird? And now I'm like, maybe they were...
I wonder if
maybe they got the results from last year. Maybe the imaging center was like, Lord, why do they keep asking for these old scans? Okay, here they are.
Well, and maybe the form hadn't expired yet, so that form gave them the right to send it, and they said, well, this is what we got.
So somebody wrote, sounds like I'd be getting a new doctor. But what does my doctor really have to do with this? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a great doctor. What does he have to do with this? This is some person that works at an imaging center, and then some person in my doctor's office who is unknowingly, she doesn't know. She doesn't know that I didn't go. So, to me, this is an imaging center problem, is what I'm thinking. Isn't that odd?
That is very odd.
That is very, very strange. So, I don't know. I just wanted to see what you would think. At first, I thought I would tell you my mammogram came back and everything's fine. And you'd be like, oh, that's wonderful. But even I don't think you went.
Well, because don't you normally go in October? Because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right?
Yeah, actually, I normally go around Easter. I don't know why, okay. But I normally go around Easter time and I've just put it off. It's been like a year and a half now and I haven't gone.
Melissa.
But I don't need to because everything's great.
No, you do need to too.
I know.
Don't listen to her. Hey, speaking of doctors and stuff like that, Melba was kind of sick yesterday.
I know. Did you talk to her or did you just go to the door?
I talked to her for just a little bit. Totally random. Melissa had made chicken and dumplings. And so I ran some down there to her. And I talked to her for just like probably 3 minutes. And Brandon called. That's her son. And so I said, hey, I don't want to keep you because I don't think he had talked to her.
But you got in the mirror. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I was getting the mirror from her.
Yeah. So she.
Yeah, I know. I went down yesterday after the Astros lost. I wanted to just get out of the house and not speak to anybody. So I went down to her house, and she's really, really sick. And she said, hey, here's this mirror that you've been needing. And so I couldn't carry it. It was very heavy. So I sent David back down there with some chicken and dumplings, and hopefully to get that mirror. But then I didn't see you. I went on to bed, so I didn't know how long you were down there or whatever. But she's really sick. But here's the thing. I said, well, I'm so glad that you didn't get sick while you were in Canada. So if you guys remember last week, I told you that my parents and Melba had gone to Canada. Remember they were in Canada? Niagara on the Lake, Melissa. It's so quaint. It's like a picture book, Melissa. They went to Niagara on the Lake and spent a little over a week there and then came back. And she got sick like 48 hours after they were home. So she probably got from the airport, the plane, whatever. But she wasn't sick when they were there. And I was really, really glad. If you guys remember, I walked in the house, my parents' house, on the night before they left for their trip. They were getting ready to leave for the trip. And they were discussing what would happen if one of them's knee gave out. And I knew then it was going to be a heck of a trip. I talked to my parents.
Did the knee give out?
She said it didn't give out, but she said the day that they were in the airport, she almost died. So I said, why in the world? She said, our flight got changed to two different gates. So you get all the way down to one gate and then your flight gets changed. And then you have to go to another gate and then it gets changed again. And she said, that day almost killed me. That really did hurt. So I said, Why don't y'all get on the people movers? Do y'all know what I'm talking about in an airport? It's
the moving sidewalk?
It's like a little cart. And it'll carry like two, and then the guy's always like,
Yeah, I think that's just called a cart. I think the people movers are the moving sidewalks. But
Okay. Why don't y'all get on a cart? And according to Melba and my dad and my mom, this is a quote from my dad, I don't know how to work them. He says, I don't know how to get on these carts.
Other people drive them. He doesn't have to know how to work them.
No, David, he is saying, they'll say, we're full, or no, sir. He stopped one of them and he's like, can we hop on? I'm going down to D, it's already been planned who's on these things. So my question for y'all is, I said, don't worry, Dad. Don't worry, Melba. I got this. I'll ask the masses. How do you make arrangements to be a person on a cart? Does anybody know?
I can tell you, there are probably some that have like very specific needs that they do probably call and arrange that in advance. There probably are those. But if you've got cash in your hand as you ask the question, we're running late, we got to get to D79.
If you think my dad didn't flash a 20,
I bet they will.
You are out of your mind. You know for a fact that man did. He'll do it at Cotton Patch Cafe just to get a table quicker, okay?
When it's half empty.
So I don't understand. Nobody understands how you get on the cart. I told him I'd Google it for them. But some
are saying you do it when you check in. Some are saying talk to your airline. The airline will do it. Again, I think that is when there's like a little more significant, not I'm running late or I just hurt my knee or something like that, like in the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. I still have if they got to go somewhere, they got to go somewhere. But I think if you flag them down and you got cash in your hand, and I'm not talking about like a one.
Who's hungry? Okay.
He could have seen the amount of bags that your mom and Melba had.
Yeah, my mom only carries one bag, but she also carries a box fan with her.
Or your dad might have turned around and your mom's pants might have dropped to the floor.
Maybe that's why they were like, no, absolutely not.
It is not that kind of ride.
She's numb from the navel down.
It is not that kind of ride.
She is numb from the navel down.
Seriously, y'all, I really want you to go to Melissa's, it's on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. No, it's on Facebook right now.
Facebook right now. Go to Facebook as soon as we get off. Like it, share it, comment. I really want it to blow up because I really want Melissa to get in trouble. Because I love sitting and watching that.
It's fun.
Why would you post that?
Melissa Page, I'm not letting you stay over at my house again. You just went exploring in my refrigerator, and you exploited me by showing what was in my refrigerator. That's what she said last time, that I exploited her. I said, does it feel exploitive that I showed that you had 15 bags of P.F. Chang's frozen meals? Is that exploitive, Mother? Don't buy that many then. So she's going to really feel exploited when she finds out I posted this. So, all right.
Hey, guys, do not forget, tomorrow is We're Here For You Wednesday. I think we may already have a couple of questions. One you are going to love. If you have a question, email Melissa at melissaradke.com. Also, Thursday things, send those in Friday. But the most important thing of the day, do not forget your golden moment. See you guys.
Bye.
I got a text last night at 10:46. 10:46 p.m. Now, granted, it was my best friend letting me know that her dad was not admitted to the hospital after all. But still, 10:46? I'm at the age now where if you text me at 10:46 p.m., I'm going to text you back at 5 a.m. Okay? I'm just that kind of petty. I think that's good advice for pretty much everybody. Have a great day.